Good day, good people. Welcome to Gufugulut. I just arrived back in Singapore this afternoon after being in China for the last 11 days. Starting off with Singapore Changi Airport Terminal 1 Departure Hall. We see some shops with nice exterior design. And then we saw some koi fish and I spotted some gold ones. As we were walking, I came across this game. Got to put my hand in and grab a ball. And the prize I got was... You've won a $5 gift voucher. So I used that to buy some sunscreen. I filmed this in the washroom. And we're about to enter the boarding gate. I managed to get some pre-flight shots. As well as this baggage loading, which you don't see very often. Here are some ChongQing newspapers. And it's my first time taking Air China. There was a pillow and blanket on every seat. And as always, I get the window seat. Here's the Changi Airport Control Tower. So for Air China, they don't have screen for every seat. Instead, they have these sharing screens. And here's the English version of China Daily. They were showing the safety guidelines on these screens. And they also played a movie during the flight. The flight duration was about 4 to 5 hours. Air China, a Star Alliance member. And then the screens go back to their place after it's done. And then it's flight takeoff. I recorded in time-lapse. And then there was a nice view of ship. Oh yeah, flight time was in the evening, so I was looking forward to catching some sunset. Over the next few shots, you will see the gradual sunset. And I try to grab the sun. This is what I do when I have nothing else better to do. The red is so red. And then selfie time. They served us drinks first. Dinner will come later. I got hot green tea. Might as well another selfie. And food is here. It was either duck or fish. This is how the duck option looked like, and this is the fish option. Both were served with rice and vegetables. Oh, and they also had this separate serving of beef. I was surprised they served beef. And the dessert was yogurt. And here's some unsalted butter. And more sunset shots. It was quite cloudy, but still managed to see some colours. This is good lighting. Just a few more shots before we land in Chongqing, China. And of course, China is popular for having pandas. We were doing some translation for another German tourist. She couldn't understand panda, she could understand panda. So pronunciation is very important. Oh, and I managed to catch a thunderstorm, which was very cool and very exciting to see. I don't think I was scared. And we are hovering over China sky. So happy I managed to get some nice shots here. So day 1 was practically just flying and then checking into the hotel. Oh, and I saw something unique when we were doing the baggage claim. They had this video. So I videoed the video. And we are greeted with some ChongQing greetings. I think the correct pronunciation should be ChongQing. And we wait for our shuttle to head to the hotel. While waiting, I see what else can be featured. And there were tons of taxis outside. The first hotel I stayed in was Crown Plaza. I'll just show some snippets of the hotel as well as the room. We all got shocked when there was a see-through bathroom. Not my first time seeing, but still shocked. Anyway, there's a curtain to cover it. Let's check out the window view. We are staying on the mountains. Another view from the lift lobby, and we are off to breakfast. This was one of my favorite food displays. They had so many like dim sum looking food which was placed nicely, and then there was a noodle section too. It's like all the hotels I went to this trip had noodle section, and I tried almost all. For the breakfast, usually I try to take one item each, but this time I only picked what I could eat. Unless you tell me that it's like a traditional Chongqing dish, then definitely I'll go and try. Only the first hotel I stayed at I filmed this long, the rest I did eat shorter. So this is considered day 2, which we needed as much fuel as we could get because we did not expect what was waiting for us. If you're still watching, please help me to hit like, thank you. The hotels I stayed in were either 4-star or 5-star. That's usually what is provided for us when you go for a group tour. The breakfast usually starts at around 6:30 or 7, so yeah, we had to get up earlier than that. Featuring this spot again. And here's how my plate looks like. You won't see much of this over the next few videos because I always forget. I remember to film the buffet, and then once I sit down, I just start eating and I forgot to record. And here's the breakfast table view. I think Chongqing is popular for their noodles, so it's called Chongqing Xiao Mian. There will be a chef to cook your noodles, and then you can add your toppings and seasonings. Look at how many seasonings they have. I didn't want to ruin the soup base, so I just added the basic. Top with chili to make it look nice. And as usual, I show some noodle action. I lift the noodles. Then I eat the noodles. And I was trying not to show that it was very hot. I think a pimple popped out on day 2. I hope you can't see it. I could not sleep on day 1 night. I mean night 1. The noodles had a nice texture. It was chewy. More views from the hotel window. And then I found some nice looking Coke cans. And this is the hotel lobby. And then there was a small outdoor area. This video is not sponsored, by the way. And then we hit the road to get to the location, which we did not expect what was going to happen. Based on the location stated on my photo title, this is Jinfo Shan National Scenery Spot. Yes, it is a mountain. Did you already guess what's next? So we take a look at what's at the bottom of the mountain. Okay, the actual name is Gold Buddha Mountain. So we had to take like a small shuttle to go to a certain spot on the mountain. And while waiting for the shuttle to take off, this is what I saw, some wildlife. Whee! If you're afraid of heights, maybe you wanna, I don't know. Anyways, this is a shot of the cable car. It's gonna bring us up. So we ride the cable car with fellow group tour mates, and then there was somebody who knocked on the glass of the cable car. I need to calm down. So this particular person, which I will not name, knocked on the glass, and then somebody else kind of mini panicked and oh wait, I got the whole storyline wrong. Let me restart. Somebody knocked on the glass of the cable car, and then I said, don't knock. Otherwise later they thought that we are asking for help. Then somebody mini panicked and then don't knock. Otherwise later the cable car might stop. And then suddenly everybody started laughing until the whole cable car shake. And it was so funny during that time. Even when I think back now after a few days have passed, it's still quite funny. Because a lot of people were worried that the cable car will get stuck because of the knock. And I was kidding, the cable car did not shake when we were laughing like mad. It was stable. But just imagine 6 people in a cable car laughing very loudly. Definitely I was one of the loud laughers also. So now we are in the clouds. This is not a haze. I repeat, this is not a haze. Actually, it's more like a fog rather than the clouds. It was quite a cloudy day that day, so we didn't get to see much. And we have arrived much higher than we were previously. And let me just say that this is not the highest peak of the mountain. They had like these walking pathways for us to walk up. And the worst part was the stairs. Definitely not Stairway to Heaven because it was a torture going up so many steps. Steps. And we climbed and climbed until we reached this final spot, which is the bell. It took about, I think, 1 to 2 hours to climb all the way up. I didn't film much of the stairs because I had to concentrate on climbing the stairs, which was very, very, very tiring. So much so that we were very glad that we bought walking sticks. And we had to be careful of our heads because there were random branches here and there. Some people were so focused looking on the ground that they didn't see the tree branch. So not much of a view, but this is what we saw. While going up the mountain, my brother and I were questioning what did we sign up for. I think this spot looks nice with the Chinese flag flying. Oh, and in some countries you see chewing gum on the floor. In China, you see bakwa, also known as jerky. Wanna see me do something silly? Surprisingly, I still had energy to do that. I forgot how many steps we climbed, but it was definitely in the hundreds. Like, every single person was complaining about how the tour guide did not warn us that there was so many stairs. And after you climb up the mountain, you got to climb down. And just when we thought that we had reached the peak of the mountain, there were more stairs. And even more, oh my gosh. Even my camera couldn't believe it, it went blur. Then I saw some bamboo, which is also very popular in China. The walking and climbing continue. I got this bad habit of filming while walking. And this is where I almost missed a step. Luckily, I didn't fall down. And we are done with the climbing. Now it's time to go down. And while going down, they had photographs of all the potential scenery that you can see. Yes, more walking. And then it's time to take the longest cable car back down. Please don't try this at home or on top of a mountain or in a cable car. Please don't film when you are going into a cable car. The cable car just keeps moving and then you have to quickly run in before it moves away. So this is the scenery with the cable car going down. These look like autumn leaves, don't they look nice? And we all arrived safely at the bottom. I think the whole climb probably took more than 2 hours. Everyone was panting. Walking past the souvenir shop. And thank goodness it only started to rain after we finished climbing. Then we head for lunch. It was quite a big place. There was some stuff to see while walking in. Massage anybody? We continue walking. And this was only the start of our tour. There were way more, so I hope you continue watching all the upcoming videos that I'm gonna upload. Finally, we see food. There were a variety of dishes that were served. Duck, fish, vegetables, more vegetables, egg, pork belly, and the dishes just keep coming in. After eating, I went out to see what they have. Then we saw a giant koi fish. And we're back on the road. Into a tunnel. Then I get a lot more mountain views, as well as some bridges. Then I saw a signage that was selling this eagle tea. So do you know what I'm gonna do next? We arrived at a rest stop. What are you doing? At this rest stop, besides the toilet, there were also some snacks. And we decided to get some fried potatoes. The seller added this like mala chili powder that was so good. Just try it. It was 10 renminbi for one serving. Another family bought it too and they saw us getting it. Spring onion was also added. 谢谢。
不谢。
Remember the signage earlier? I found it and I got it. It also had a nice bottle cap which I'm gonna keep. It took me 3 bottles to finally get the bottle cap because it either got thrown away or left behind. Then we saw some mountain goats. Meh. I think someone owns them. These aren't wild goats. Sneak peek of some snacks we got. Then it's back on the road. And then there was a flood before we reached our dinner place. You see, we got to even climb stairs again before we eat. This place looks quite nice. They had like paintings on the walls. And after dinner, we back on the road to head to the hotel. And this is another hotel. We check out the hotel room window view. While exploring the hotel outside, we saw some Pokemon. And that's all for day 1. Day 2, I hope you can like, subscribe, leave me a comment, and I will see you again in the next one. Watch more by clicking one of the 4 videos.